What's going on, guys? Man Cave here. Eagerly awaiting the arrival of my brand new trail rated Rubicon SCX-10, which should be here literally any minute via UPS. I figured I'd show you what I've been working on for the past couple days. I started with a HPI 79 Ford Super Cab F-150 body, which this is meant to go on a Savage, as I'm pretty sure, I think I mentioned before. But either way, this is shot with Rust-Oleum camo green, and I purposely left stuff in it so it looked like the clear coat was fading out in areas on it, just gave it an aged look to it. But in order to get the wheelbase on this thing to line up, it's a little ridiculous what I had to do. I had to take two SCX frames, butcher one of them, and stretch the entire frame 4 inches. I had to stretch 2 in the front and 2 in the rear. So overall length of the frame has been lengthened by 4 inches. Now, due to the fact that I had to lengthen it, I had to make my own links as well. And those consisted of using these 8/32 solid allthread. Standard, you can get this at Tractor Supply or Home Depot or your local hardware store. 8/32 by 12 threaded rods. And then to cover them and make them look like links, I've got stock number 105 round aluminum tube, 7/32 by .014. That basically what it does is, anybody who's ever made their own links before, is when you get done with the allthread here and you have your rod ends on, you measure it up and then you just slide your rod over it, and the end result gives you these. These are 100% scratch made custom 4 links, and on the back here I had to make my own little axle truss for the 4 link upper. So that one's all set up. I still need to do the front end. I think I'm going to have to take and modify a either maybe a stock SCX-10 plastic 3rd upper link, or an AX-10 the Y mount, and then run them up to the factory locations. But as I've shown you guys before, for motor and transmission wise, I went with a Holmes Hobby 35 turn Crawlmaster Expert, and also a S3R, which I know, yes, is a freaking ripoff of the DNA unit because of so many patent infringements or whatever. Maybe not patent infringements, but they look identical to each other. S3R tranny, which is usually a dig transmission. This tranny is mounted backwards, so, and also I've taken, and this little plate right here, this is one of the dig plates that bolts into this side of the transmission here. I've removed this plate, so therefore, instead of making this a dig transmission, what it's going to do is, right now you can see the front shaft is turning along with the rear. When you go into dig mode, rear shaft still turns, but front shaft's not moving, so it stays stationary. Basically what I just did by doing that is I made a homebrew, or an easier way of making a transfer case without having to use 3 drive shafts and using a gear reduction unit or whatever. It's the simplest way. Plus you can pick these trannies up for about like 60 bucks. You can't buy them brand new anymore because they've been discontinued, I think, just like the old DNA ones have. But you can find them used. I got this one for, I think, $65. That was with the full, it's fully built inside. All I had to do was literally bolt on the servo bracket and throw in just a cheapy ass servo. This came out of an HPI Sprint 2 Flux. Where I've gotten on this truck, I've made the battery mount, my electronics tray. I'm going to be using the Tekin FXR Pro on this. And pretty much all I really have left to do now is wait for my drive shafts. I'll be using the new RC 4-wheel drive Ultimate Scale XVD style drive shafts. They're really badass. If you if you don't know what I'm talking about, go on RC 4-wheel drive and just look at the what's new stuff and look for the ultimate scale hardened drive shafts. Since this truck is so long, I have to use custom length ones anyways, and I didn't want to dick around with making my own links, so I decided to just go ahead and order the new ones and add to the ultimate scaleness of it. But the body turns out great. Once the upper links are done, basically all I've got to do is just do a lot of soldering on my electronics, and somewhere around here is my Rogue Elements toolbox too. It's probably underneath the truck, yeah. Get this hemmed up right, and then throw my, which oddly enough it fits perfectly in there, throw my little toolbox on there. And now this one will be, it's already set up with the hook to pull the RC 4-wheel drive 1/10 scale big dog trailer. So this will be the tow rig. I don't think we're going to see much articulation. I'm looking for another set of 1/9 rims because I want something taller. My other choice that I have at the moment is a set of CACs with Mickey Thompson Baja claws, but they're not really any bigger, and they don't really do it. They don't fill the body for me. I need a taller tire. But either way, this is going to be a work in progress because I'm pretty sure it's going to get shelved as soon as the SCX10 the SCX10 gets here, because I have to do all the upgrades to that right out of the box. The transmission upgrades, the locker upgrades and the axles, the gears, and most importantly changing out to a 35 turn Holmes Hobby motor. So there you guys go. This is what I've been up to lately. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool that I've actually for once pretty much I'm building a custom truck, since you can't buy the links. You can't buy the frame. You can buy the axles and everything else, which I always get some idiot who's like, oh, it's not custom unless you build everything yourself. Alright, well, I'd love to see you build every single frickin' part that goes on one of these things. I'd love to see you build the axles. Build the axles, build your chassis, build your shocks, build your transmission, do all that. And then you can tell me that, oh, well, that's not custom because it's not 100%. But I was originally going to use these black wells, which I should call these chrome wells. I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. I ordered the steering link set for it, and I know it requires a chassis mounted servo kit, or a CMS, basically. But now I'm just rambling, so there you guys go. There is my 79 Ford F-150, still a work in progress. And I'm going to be all over the UPS man like a dog in heat as soon as he gets here. So there you guys go. Rate, comment, subscribe, like, don't care either way. I'm still going to keep putting out these videos. So later guys.